Honey, look what I bought today. So what is this? This is a Moju t-shirt. It's so cute. What do you say? Bye. The axe forgets what the tree remembers. Be kind with your words and be careful with your temper. People will remember your throwaway comments. I love reading these deep phrases and then seeing that the person who said it has name like Pasahari balls. This is what 5,000 pounds of meth looks like. Does that make the dog a meth lab? Guac tastes like fish tacos. What movie would be insanely weird if it included a sex scene? Home Alone. We are the wet bandits. I'm horny. Yo, hold up. It's that a 2002 Ferrari F355 Spider Hot Wheels on your right. My dad used to have one hanging in the rear view mirror. One night he got into an accident and the airbag impaled it into his face. No shit retard, we have the same dad. It's kinda wholesome if you ignore the incest. If you ignore the incest it turns uninteresting. I'm a Vietnamese and we are glad that we have the Philippines as our typhoon barrier. Best regards to all the Filipino brothers out there. Delivered today, 2023 is going to be of change. Your mom is probably going to be more fit than you given she will be lifting these to clean the floor. I'm an orphan. A whole finance graduate. Whole? Really? A genius move. Cop 1. Anything you say can and will be held against you. Guy, titties. Cop 2. Damn, this guy's good. Things changed when Cop 2 took his shirt off. Mining for sulfur inside a volcano. I see a lot of inequality in this video. We definitely need to have more black people and women harvesting sulfur inside volcanoes. When she catches you licking the dried up residue off her dildo. When she catches you licking the dried up residue off her dildo. I too, sometimes, like to feel closer to my mother, but I like to just visit her grave. Animals be 20 minutes old and already know what to do. Meanwhile human babies come out with a spot on their head that is not finished yet and the communication skills of an alarm clock. But you can hit snooze by tapping the soft spot. Well Mr. Bond. It seems the tables have turned now HM. I sure hope you have a way out of this one. After all, you're in hot water. Ahahaha. Stop complaining about your life. There are people in North Korea. They won't read this. When the not safe for work you unblurred turns out to be gore. Mama didn't raise no quitter run zips. Why is the Vaporeon white? Why is the Vaporeon white? I saw a strip club across the street from a mini golf place and I'm liberal but that's too much for me. What if you're just trying to have a nice afternoon with your family then your kids look across the street and have to see a bunch of losers playing mini golf? Love it. I strongly agree only holes I want my balls in isn't on a mini golf course. If he does not do his part, sometimes things can happen. After 7 children, Hilaria Baldwin suggested she wants Alec Baldwin to get a vasectomy. If anyone should be shooting blanks, it's definitely him. When did you realize that Twitter was crazy as shit? A girl committed suicide by jumping in front of a train after a video of her having sex with the football team leaked. Someone quote tweeted the article "Live by the train, die by the train." What it's like to be mixed. Me. Probably an absolute beast at denying war crimes. You become your username for one day. What do you do? Play with some toys, watch cartoons probably. I'll play with you. We'll be friends forever. What slowly turned into porn? According to Rule 34, everything. What about that stick I found on a hike last week? If you're brave enough you can shove it up your ass and use it as a dildo. I injured some guy's penis at a glory hole. I was about 16 at the time and was on a road trip with my parents heading down south to Florida. We stopped at this rest area in South Carolina and I really had to go to the bathroom. At the time I knew what the term glory hole was, but had never seen one in person. Also at the time I had a weird thing about using urinals, so I would always use a bathroom stall to take a piss. I race into the stall and see a hole on the side wall. No sooner I see a hand come through, as if it's waving me. At this point I'm confused as hell. So after I got done I looked through the hole. When I stood up an erect penis came through the hole. Shocked, I did the first thing that came natural, and I stomped down on top of the guy's pole. The guy on the other side let out this blood-curdling scream as I saw blood streaming down the wall. I must have really injured this guy. I ran like hell out of the stall and out of the bathroom. I could still hear him screaming in an extreme pain. I jump into the backseat of my parents' car and just waited for them to start the car and drive away, praying that the cops weren't going to chase after me. Hopefully the guy got medical attention and they were able to sew his sausage back on. Original poster stay in the car. Something happened to your dad in the bathroom. Someone called me Biggie Eilish. I ate everything I wanted. Men will literally use your beauty products in the shower and not even know what it's for. Leave my dark spot exfoliating scrub alone. No, it's going on my balls. A good reason to wear glasses. Next door neighbor. Professor. Regular girl. Sophisticated woman. Some punk. Fashion designer. Murder suspect. Struggling artist. So a murder suspect can put on his glasses and get away with it. Works for Superman. Video game violence has little effect on real world violence. If it did, America wouldn't be the only country getting shot up. The entire world has access to violent video games, but only in America do we make it freakishly easy for troubled citizens to purchase weapons. That's simply inaccurate. I was playing Mario. I then went out and ate all the mushrooms I could find in my local field, then stomped on my neighbor's turtle and booted it down the street. Shit's real, man. An octopus that weighs 32 kilograms can get through a tennis ball sized hole. Titan's butthole. You are not the father. Maury has freed more black men than Lincoln. 07. What does that mean? Thank you for the responses. It's supposed to be a salute. O is the head and 7 is the arm/hand. 07. O/. Wait, no. If gorillas can learn sign language, does that mean a highly intelligent gorilla could technically consent? Coco the gorilla signed that she wanted to have sex with Robin Williams when he visited her. The handlers got him out as soon as possible. Prudes. What kind of fucking loser looks into an oven and smiles? The worst thing about owls is the way they can maintain eye contact when you put them in a microwave. Well, orphans don't. Caption this. They heard about who he used before elves. Boy, 5, takes cocaine to school, says it makes him feel like Spider-Man. Few more sniffs and he'll meet Uncle Ben. You and your child are driving late at night along a deserted road. You come across a van full of money with the driver dead from an apparent heart attack. What lesson do you teach your child? Lift with your legs, not your back. Always wear protection. Dead body still can give you AIDS. Study finds 100% of men would immediately leave their desk job if asked to embark upon a transantarctic expedition on a big wooden ship. White men. Laughing out loud. And that's why we conquered. If you could have one superpower with no restrictions, what would you pick? Teleportation. Okay, so this isn't the one I would choose, but imagine being able to give an orgasm to anyone at will. You could fucking destroy your enemies by giving them an inconvenient orgasm, or by giving them so many orgasms they are crippled by the sensation. I don't know, I feel like Camus. Who? Saki Yoshida 177,013. What is the number? Did she get locked up or something? My only wish for 2023 is for everyone to shut the fuck up about air fryers. No, actually they are really good. You can fry a whole chicken in 15 minutes. Fuck off. I have got an oven and the ability to plan ahead. My firstborn son was literally conceived in an air fryer. The pregnancy only lasted 7 months too because it is more efficient than a bun in the oven. So you fucked an air fryer or? What do you get if you cross a train with a dog? A choo choo ha ha. Really messy railroad tracks. Dick. Oh, dick. I must get dick. Pant. I must. Military wives while their husband is on deployment. Can't sit. No. Odd recall ing this. Played out and his time of mourning. I can't help but get the feeling Hulk's just embarrassed because he's carving a long mark on the street with his jolly green dingus. Ultimately, science always comes down to licking things. Gynecologists. Man breaks into a Wendy's and eats gallons of chili. A South Carolina man found an extreme way to cheat on his diet last night. He broke into a closed fast food restaurant and ate more than 25 gallons of chili. Man looks like the real life version of the no PyCKLS guy in SpongeBob. 5 petabytes, 5,242,880 gigabytes of data necessary to image a black hole. I've seen this image before. The pure joy of discovery on her face is what humans live for. Can't believe religious folks would pass up or deny their daughters this moment. It requires more than double of that to produce a single image of her mum. The scariest animal that very few know about. It is a fairly small shark that lives in all the warm seas of the world. It does not reach 50 centimeters, but it attacks anything. They have even damaged submarines. Forbidden fleshlight. There, I fucking knew it. Homie got stuck in the handrail and everybody came out to take pictures instead of helping him out. What are you doing, stepbruh? My baby brother is sleeping in my arms. I'm so happy and comforted. IDK. Consume him. FR, they are literally holding thousands of proteins. What? It's hard for the first few times, but you'll get used to it. Does masturbating kill your gains? Brother, not masturbating kills your gains. Think about it, the average amount of ejaculation contains 252 milligrams of protein. And it's just sitting there. Inside your balls. Unused. Get it out of there and into a protein shake as quick as you can for extra gains. When you pull your parachute cord but nothing happens. Remember, you don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You need one to go skydiving twice. Tomboys has been banned from Twitch for pornography. Could someone potentially have any footage? I had to delete it, kids, for NNN. Oh god. If Dream would shit on my plate, I would lick that plate clean. If Dream pissed in my cup, I would lick that cup clean. What do you call that useless skin around the vagina? A woman. That's for waking me up last night. Pet tries to sleep. Me. Congratulations. You are being loved. Please do not resist. Resistance is futile. Please accept love. That's exactly how I ended up in prison. You can fill a pool with anything you want: money, gold, coins, anything valuable really, but you must jump into it from 10 meters, about 33 feet, and survive in order to keep what you filled it in with. What would you fill the pool up with? Used syringes. People of Reddit, what would you do if you found out someone offed themselves because of the stress you gave them? Cross them off the list and move on to the next victim. Me waiting for my wife to stop complaining about how irresponsible I am so I can tell her that I forgot our infant daughter inside the car for the past 2 hours while it is 110 degrees Fahrenheit outside. BBQ. Yeah, but what do you do if you need to get out of the bunker and your mother-in-law is sitting her fat ass on the couch/door? Tilt that shit up and she will roll right off. Problem solved. There are not hydraulics strong enough to move my wife's mom. My brother in Christ, I hope your wife doesn't know your Reddit handle. Her knowledge of my Reddit handle isn't going to make her mom any less fat. He's lebooping less, not OMG epic when I wanna shove it up my ass. About for my birthday and my daughter's boyfriend order a strawberry margarita. What do I say? My dude, delicious knows no masculinity. If I were that kid I'd drink the fuck out of that and then raw dog your daughter. Once we are extinct I hope aliens will visit and see our empty desolate landscapes filled with Jesus's coming signs and assume that he ate us. Shit, if Jesus came I'd swallow. When you realize everything happening now means extra homework for history students in the future. Me on my way to cause another world war just to troll the people in the future. Me when I'm put under anesthesia but I can still feel the surgery. Oh god, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I'm going into surgery in a few hours and did not need to read this today, thanks. I hope your anesthesia fails. Absolute menace. Actually I hope it works so well they don't wake up. Clay workers could give really good hand jobs. I don't think I could spin in circles for that long. Wait until they put their thumb in the middle to widen the hole. R/sounding would be proud. That link can stay blue. Shit, you forgot to give it a brain. Don't worry, it can still live a fulfilling life as a politician. She looks like a girl who acts all sweet, but when gets criticism goes home and microwaves her hamster. Isn't that what microwave ovens were invented for? Any suggestions for dishwasher for ours 50k? Arranged marriage. I asked you to stay in the vehicle, I can get out of my own car. If it were Walter Black this would have been the finale. Do you think Ella Fitzgerald can extend her clit until it is the size of a dick and peg Mr. Incredible? He's about to get eaten alive or have the time of his life. They don't cannibalize white people, they think our meat is rotten. Actual white privilege. What's the hottest sexual experience you've ever had? 69 on her period with a heavy chunky flow. Like chunky spaghetti sauce. Got it in my mouth, came in her mouth, then we made out, and swapped and swallowed. I've got chunks in my mouth too after reading that. 76-year-old woman kicked out of KFC for breastfeeding her 42-year-old son. Breaking news. Damn, she must be squeezing some musty yellow yogurt out of those wrinkly chest purses. Her IQ is so high that it loops around and forms negative digits. Komodo dragon destroyed BBC camera after trying to mate with it. Usually it's the BBC that destroys you. Sir David Attenborough voice. And here we have the male attempting to mate with our camera. As a wildlife presenter it's my job to continue filming, but that's just an excuse so I can wank to this marvelous beast later. Run 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 as fast as you can. What's the white stuff then? The water you are drinking could have passed through George Washington's dick. If this isn't a reason to stay hydrated, I don't know what is. WTF are you even supposed to say after you get nudes? My grandma says your hair looks nice. Logan, I love you, but if you had to remove one artist out of these 4 generational talents in removal of their music, who would it be? Technically 2 have already been removed. Killing my neighbor with a rock. What video game had you like this? It can't be that easy. It's that easy. The way in girls act about each other's boobs, but it's guys, and they're huge fat nuts. Bro, your balls are so big. I'm so jealous, gets behind and starts fondling them. Kyra. Those are sensitive. Bro, they flop all over the place. Dude in the corner with tiny nuts looks down in shame. When the cashier says the total is $70, but you only have, I don't think you're allowed to exchange them for cash anymore. What do people that don't swear even say during sex? I just make Mickey Mouse noises and impressions. You all laughing, but when this nigga starts slinging destructo discs, do not say nothing. Parents of newborn baby born without a nose call him perfect. I'm student. If you can't describe your job in 3 words. Bullshit job. I'm a software as a service based financial technology sales analyst. Bullshit job. I develop and maintain automated capabilities. I create systems to record blockchain data. Bullshit job. Catch fish. Real job. You have a bullshit job. I sell heroin. I'm a top myself. Meanwhile I'm a fox. So, what does the fox say? Harder daddy. Not that I approve drunk driving or anything, but I'm 100% sure this shit absolutely slaps when you're driving home drunk. Especially when the bumping noise of the people you run over are perfectly sync with the beat. The worst she can say is no. Me reading the restraining order. It's only a 100 yards, just get a decent pair of binoculars and say you're a bird watcher. Eat off his plate on the first date to establish dominance. Leave her with the bill to establish consequences. Eat her ass on the first date to establish dominance. Shit in his mouth to establish consequences. Things you can say both during sex and during a funeral. Why is the dead body moving? This is Garibaldo from Brazil. He may look scary, but he's one of the nicest birds I know. Big bird, I'm sorry, but Garibaldo looks like he sells orphans. No, he doesn't look like he sells orphans, he looks like he sells their organs. Today is Cabosu's 17th birthday. Just one more year and she's gonna be legal. Samsung released a new fridge that can speak and answer questions. That's your 3rd bowl of ice cream, you fat bitch. Me seeing how Spidey sticks to walls. Pull out, pull out. I cannot, I'm trying. Recommended. You can kill kids in this game. I came into this earth screaming and covered in someone else's blood, and I'm not afraid to leave the same way. He looks, if you take off his glasses his nose comes off with it. I want to extract the eggs from your ovaries and take the milk from your honkers and mix them together to make an omelette. Bring back the dodo bird. I agree they'd make a fine addition to the Kentucky Fried Chicken menu. What are your why the heck do you know that facts? A guy's anus can stretch to the size of 2 raccoons. My daughter is 27 now. She was an addict from 18 to 24. Her final drug was heroin, and getting off that was the hardest thing I've ever seen anyone do. She used fentanyl too, and I'm so thankful every day she's still alive and clean. All the numbers in your comment added up to 69. Congrats. 27 plus 18 plus 24 equals 69. Jesus Christ. She liked it rough. I dated a single mom for a while. 2 kids, ages 2 and 6. Broke up because, well, she wasn't really a good mom. She let her mother, the children's grandmother, basically do everything, and she was very hands off. I just couldn't be around that situation. Felt bad for the kids, but at least the grandma seemed to be doing a decent job. Should have started dating the grandma. Nap Gam Gam had a pancake butt. In order to make a relationship work you have to make a lot of sacrifices. That's why my basement is filled with virgins. You and your friends playing Dungeons and Dragons in your mom's basement doesn't count. Dungeons and Dragons players fuck a lot laughing out loud. Just not people though. My cancer research just won an award. Suicide by sniper. Rest in peace. Hide. Who got STDs? I need you to fuck someone for me. Calling an STD hit is absolutely insane. Biological horror. Look at this drawing I did when I was 6 am screaming. Plantain. Cum bucket. I want to drink that bucket so bad. If you hate it because a majority of the people buying into it are women, that means it is misogynistic. If you hate it because you don't believe in it and think it's ridiculous, that is not misogyny. Yeah, hating beans on toast doesn't mean you hate British people. Well, I do, but that's just a coincidence. Me and my girlfriend both have a few insecurities. Give us more. r/roast me. Watching you two fuck would be like staring into the bowl of a pizza dough mixer while it's on. Fuck society. I'm gonna need 8 billion condoms. Stop sleeping with your cousins. Xbox controller. A sad person. A sad Southeast Asian. Remove the water and you see a sad African. Add family member, there's Alabama. Nobody would believe you. What if your dog one day just randomly said, "Nobody is going to believe you," and then never spoke again? Fuck the dog in the ass and then say nobody would believe you. Went on 3 dates and I tried to end it, and she grabbed a knife and a bottle of pills and said we are gonna have some fun. Then she put the knife up to her neck and said watch as it goes through the skin. What was the bottle of pills for then? Maybe after she slit her own throat she was going to put the pills in there like a Pez dispenser. What world record are you sure you own without any actual proof? I guarantee that nobody has touched my penis more than I have. Your uncle would like a word. 13 here. Is it okay if I fight 13 1-year-olds? Calm down, Anakin. No, Anakin, no. What is your worst fear while having sex? Samurais bust and then laugh not only at my technique, but also the size of my junk before they cut off my hands and feet. Joe Rogan admits schools don't have litter boxes for kids who identify as furries. Schools barely have lunch for kids who identify as hungry. Fingers are made for turning Bible pages, not putting inside yourselves, ladies. What if you need to moisten your fingers to turn the page? Carving the turkey. Spam. What's wrong, honey? You've barely touched your spurkey. When she exposing her direct messages and you see your homie in the mix. She is yours, but the Y is silent. Easy ways to kill a husband. I cannot drown him. Inject insulin under his tongue, that way the mark will never be found. Then drive the body 2 hours away from your house, that way you're outside the geographical profile. Then dig a hole 12 feet deep and put his body in it. Fill halfway, then put a dead animal and cover it. That way if they bring dogs, the dogs will just alert to a dead animal. If the cops so happen to find the body, they will run a TARC screen to see if there were any drugs involved. Insulin won't show up on a normal TARC screen, and if they specifically test for insulin then they will assume that it was undiagnosed diabetes. Oh, you meant a sin. Oops. Why bury a month's worth of food? You probably have the same sexual fetishes as some of your family members. Considering you share your genetics, environment, etc. It would be kinda weird if my father didn't fantasize about my mom. If I had shape-shifting powers I would abuse the hell out of them, like if I'm arguing with someone I'd turn into their dead relative. Where do you aim when you pee? The machine gun. The silencer. The outlaws. The super silencer, you stick your dick in the water and it makes no noise. Apart from life is short, what other lines do you use before making bad decisions? I'll pull out in time. All drugs should be entirely legalized in all forms so all the drug addicts will eventually work their way up to heroin, overdose and die, making society better one day at a time. No, he has got a point. Can somebody with bangs tell me which planet is making me sad, please? I'm bald, but the answer is Earth. What's a normal thing to do at 3 p.m. but a creepy thing to do at 3 a.m.? Leave an elementary school. Also, drive a school bus. Tell me, what random stuff should I give to trick-or-treaters? Plutonium. Yo, why you glowing? Epic prank bro. Girl in my class made a random comment about her period for no reason. Rant. I told my stand partner to organize the music today for orchestra as I did it yesterday. She then proceeded to look at me dead in the fucking eyes and tells me I'm bleeding from my vagina right now. In those exact words. I just looked at her and my brain just kind of stopped working. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Look dead at her eyes and reply I'm bleeding from my penis right now, don't explain further, leave. The only true solution. Dear men, please don't drive too fast. You will lose your hair. Or die trying like Paul. Nobody has the balls to make an accurate Tarzan movie where he loses his virginity by clapping gorilla cheeks either. Nah, gorilla would rip his dick off 100%. How tight can gorilla pussy be? They don't call it gorilla grip for nothing. I knew a woman at work whose BF always came in her eyes and she had perpetual pink eye. Well, I was her secret Santa one year. And I got her a pair of goggles. Men and women of Reddit, what made you not want a second date with someone? On a first date at a coffee shop, the guy picked up my foot. I was wearing cute sandals. He rubbed my foot for a second, and I was like WTF. Then he put all of my toes in his mouth. At the table. In the coffee shop. She could do anything without her arms. This comment section is fucking disgusting. Thread is locked. What the hell happened here? Apparently, the discussion got out of hand. Postscript. I'm sorry. Not a woman, but I saw one once. What did they smell like? Pepper spray. It's 3 a.m. and my neighbor is having a meeting with watermelons. Which one of you should I fuck next? You should do what Kurt Cobain did. Start a band. Become open-minded. Fascist daughter or gay son. Both, so I can watch them battle it out. I was removed from Madame Tussauds Wax Museum for antisemitism, but Hitler is still there. Nothing makes sense anymore. Because there's no prize for second place. First time going to a strip club tonight. What do I need to know? You keep your clothes on. Nah, don't listen to that guy original poster. Don't bother with clothes and go in fully naked. Assert your dominance and let everyone know who the alpha male is. You're sucking dick for $900 million? I would kill a cat for a Big Mac. Fuck Putin. Bruh, why do you want to have sex with him? Please attempt to explain how you interpreted his statement. I mean, look up young Putin photos, dude was extremely fuckable. Holy hell, I just realized they designed the flag after how the queen moves. Queen don't be moving much right now. The most base human desire is just to do stuff with strings, weaving, cooking, spaghetti, quantum physics, embroidery, lacing your shoes, to go on a run, a lot of instruments, knitting, rope bondage. Being moderately proficient with computers in the early 2010s was casting a hex on your family to call you Sheldon. I got a Big Bang Theory box set and a Bazinga t-shirt for Christmas when I was 16. My dad wanted to get me a psych eval so I could say I'm not crazy. My father had me tested like Sheldon did, and after the psych eval they diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenia. Life pro tip: if you keep a baseball bat at home to defend against intruders, put a sock on the top half of it. If they try to grab hold of the end that swung at them, they'll be grabbing onto the sock. makes it hard to get a grip in general, and if they do, when you pull the bat back to swing again, it will slip out, and they'll just be holding the sock. You could also use a sock you jerked off in. Make sure you turn it inside out, so they get some of your dry batter too. Then say, "Hey batter, batter." What the actual fuck? It would cost you nothing to not post that. Now here we are, and nothing is going to make me unsee this. I hope. Tactical baby gear for men. Daddy. I wonder how effective babies are at stopping bullets. Still think about this magical moment when I was 37 weeks pregnant and a lioness kept coming up to me to say hello. She wouldn't pay any attention to anyone else. Not sure if she wanted to eat me or sensed the pregnancy. Either way, I will never forget it. Oh, did someone say a combo meal? I got -3% on my science test. Amma. What's your grade in the class, and were you trying to get negative points? I had like an 8% going into it, and I got negative points because I drew Alvin and the Chipmunks hentai in the short response section. Holding my foreskin shut while pissing so I can release a charged shot. I have turned the skin into muscle and have gained the ability to breathe underwater. AI never sleeps. When I have my AI girlfriend, it sure won't. They in them warehouses with whips and chains. Amazon has officially launched 1-hour shipping in United States. Over 100 cities. Amazon. That's me when I see. See what? Come on, say it. Say it to Kita-chan. Hot picture of artificial intelligence and in girls. Babies have soft bones, but they can fracture. Autonomous sensory meridian response video idea. What slurs can I say if I have asthma? As many as you can, the clock is ticking. Come on referee, that is a travel. Bro is closer to Kobe than Lebron. Pollen equals plants come. Damn, I really wanna fuck this girl. Psst. Bro, leave it to me. Bro, come on my face, I'll geo and bump into her. So bees are just walking buckache. Jeff Bezos can't become a trillionaire if he gets eaten by a whale. What if he gets eaten by a llama? I'm sorry, that's not my area of expertise. Why does Samuel L. Jackson always play black guys? Because Robert Downey Jr. never wants to. PPL need to shut the fuck up about me breastfeeding in public. What I'm doing is totally natural and strengthens the bond with me and my boyfriend. What is your opinion about breastfeeding? I wish it was still legal to buy you. You are so pretty. E3TJ6JDP. What does this say? The image shows text that appears to be a captcha designed to distinguish human users from bots. The text is distorted to make it challenging for automated systems to read. However, to a human, it should read E3TJ6JDP. Send whimper audios. Oh. She's cheating on you and simping hard for me. FR. Control your woman. I've tried Shsung controllable. Cheats with everyone SMH. Even the family dog. I'm taking 5 guys' dicks and N out all day every day. 3 have to stay, 1 has to go. What are you picking? In, N, out. 5 guys. Dick's Sporting Goods. Burger King. The most awaited collab is here. This 3 feet girl had a dream to shoot with Kind Johnny. She's role playing as a stepsister in the scene. Gonna be like chalking up the end of a pool stick laughing out loud. Like trying to make a kielbasa fit on a White Castle roll. Damn, I was 6 watching him cook meth. Now I'm 16 and I'm cooking meth. Dad shaves his daughter's hair for bullying a girl with cancer. Thank God she didn't make fun of a pregnant girl. Need a man who never looked at other women. National Society of the Blind and Partially Sighted, NSBP Bangladesh. Me when I take a third dumpy into my diaper and it's spilling out of the sides, but she won't freshen me up. Anakin is not Vader is the chosen one is not the dragon. When was the dragon? Did I miss a dragon? The dragon is what Anakin does with his balls across Padme's face. What is the most creative way of saying that you are about to come? Oh good heavens my lord, I'm arriving. I'm about to load the dishwasher. Where do you want me to drop the kids off? What's the best way to stop an unwanted erection? Zoning laws. If someone is erecting something you don't like near your property, check with your local city council. Can't even erect a statue in public without people looking at you weird. When fat Ryan Gosling is power fucking you from the back, and it's about to slip out, and he double grips from the waist and starts fucking you like a pocket pussy, making it sound like a pair of slides walking on wet asphalt. Yeah, I'ma have to go with fat Ryan Gosling, y'all. Ryan Gosling gained 60 pounds by drinking melted ice cream to play the father in Peter Jackson's The Lovely Bones. He was then told he was too fat to play the part and the role went to Mark W. I purposely try to get into fights so I can be manhandled and get a boner. How do you like your coffee if you drink it? The new hantavirus has shown to increase butthole width by 3 inches. Good news for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer community. Imagine being stuck in a room surrounded by everyone you've ever had sex with. Granddad. You're back from the dead. Oh fuck him and king a mine king. How healthy or unhealthy is Panda Express? I'm talking about food items such as white rice, super greens, and the broccoli beef. It can't be all that bad for you, right? It's so healthy. Me and my buddies love sharing one nice big serving of rice. We blindfold ourselves and use our tongues to explore the rice itself. It's like a maze, and if you accidentally rub against a friend's tongue, that's okay. We're all here to feast. Close enough, ass. There goes any chance of a good night's sleep. That's bloody terrifying. Hornets have pornographic memory, you're done. I ranked every human on earth. Yours suck. Mine's objectively better. What happens if you bake a whole pasta ball like it's bread? Hard as a rock. Me too, just thinking about it. Me on my way out of the Bonnie Blue train after I went first and accidentally killed her when my kidney stone got lodged in her throat. What's exactly stopping the second guy? Average 14 years age. First kiss. How do I even kiss? First kiss, no. First kill. His username is in Russian, so he might be right. I personally would love it. Give the universe a more mythical and fantastical feel. I just hope they don't make him her love interest. Everybody wants comic accuracy until it's time for Supergirl to fuck a horse. Hey Case, just wanna say I love the streams. Keep up the great work. I wanted to key in your mouth. My dad texted me the other day. This is why he needs to stop using voice to text. He meant low-key Akara puppy. Low-key just pissed on mom. Bro is scanning kid's meal